Your heart is beating faster. Your thoughts are racing. Nothing has actually happened, but your body is already preparing for a threat that doesn't exist. That's anxiety. And it affects over 284 million people worldwide, making it the most common mental health condition on the planet. Today, we're going to explain exactly what it is, why your brain creates it, what it costs you, and 3 techniques that actually work. First, the most important thing to understand. Anxiety is not a malfunction, it's a feature. Your brain has a small, almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. Its entire job is to scan for threats and trigger a response, before your conscious mind even has time to think. This response, the fight or flight or freeze response, floods your body with adrenaline and cortisol within milliseconds. Heart rate spikes, breathing shallows, muscles tense. Your body is doing exactly what it was built to do. The problem isn't the system. The problem is that the system was built for a very different world. For most of human history, threats were physical and immediate. A predator, a rival, a fool. The anxiety response made perfect sense. Modern threats don't work that way. A presentation next Tuesday, a message left unread, a bill you can't afford. Your amygdala doesn't know the difference between a tiger and an unanswered email. It responds the same way, whether the threat is real, imagined, or 6 months away. You've probably noticed that anxiety doesn't affect everyone equally. 2 people face the same situation: a job interview, a social event, a medical result, and one walks in calm while the other can barely breathe. Why? Part of it is genetics. Research suggests that up to 40% of anxiety risk is inherited, meaning some people are born with an amygdala that's more reactive, more sensitive, more likely to fire. But genetics is only half the story. The other half is experience. Your brain is constantly learning what to be afraid of, based on what has hurt you before. A childhood where unpredictability felt dangerous. A relationship where trust was broken. A period of prolonged stress that never fully resolved. All of these experiences train your amygdala to stay on high alert, even long after the original threat is gone. This is why anxiety so often feels irrational. You know you're safe. You know this meeting isn't a tiger, but your amygdala learned something different at a time when it felt very real. And it hasn't forgotten. Chronic anxiety isn't just uncomfortable. It has measurable physical consequences. When cortisol stays elevated for weeks or months, it begins to suppress immune function, disrupt sleep, and impair memory. Research links chronic anxiety to increased risk of cardiovascular disease, digestive disorders, and chronic pain. Your body was not built to run on emergency mode indefinitely. Every day your anxiety stays switched on is a day your body is paying a cost it wasn't designed to sustain. There's also a hidden cognitive cost. Anxiety narrows your attention. It forces your brain to focus on the threat at the expense of everything else. Creativity drops. Problem-solving slows. The very mental resources you need to handle the situation become less available precisely because you're anxious about it. It's a trap with no obvious exit. The more anxious you are, the less capable you feel. The less capable you feel, the more anxious you become. So what actually works? 3 techniques. Technique 1. Box breathing. Used by Navy SEALs, surgeons, and Olympic athletes. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold for 4. What you're doing is activating your parasympathetic nervous system, the brake that counteracts fight or flight. Within 60 to 90 seconds, heart rate drops, cortisol clears, your prefrontal cortex comes back online. You cannot think your way out of an anxiety response, but you can breathe your way out of one. Technique 2. Cognitive defusion. You are not your thoughts. You are the one observing them. When an anxious thought appears, instead of engaging or suppressing, you label it. I notice I'm having the thought that this is going to go wrong. That small shift creates psychological distance. The thought loses its grip. Anxiety feeds on fusion, the feeling that your thoughts are reality. Defusion breaks that fusion. Technique 3. Behavioral activation. The most common anxiety trap is avoidance. Avoidance works in the short term. The anxiety drops immediately. But every time you avoid, you send your amygdala one message. This thing was dangerous enough to run from. The anxiety grows stronger. Behavioral activation reverses this. One small action, not to eliminate the anxiety, but to move despite it. Each small action teaches your amygdala that the threat can be approached, that you survived. Over time, the alarm gets quieter. Anxiety isn't a sign that something is wrong with you. It's a sign that your brain is doing its job, just with outdated information. Box breathing for the body. Cognitive defusion for the mind. Behavioral activation for the pattern. If this resonated, subscribe and tell me in the comments, what does your anxiety most commonly show up about?